Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon here, and we are at the Season 2 finale of The Bad Batch. It's come around really quickly, actually, because I wasn't expecting this finale to be uploaded on the same day. It's a two-parter, so this reaction will be in two parts as well. But yes, we are at the final kind of stop, and you know, the one good thing about this show is that I never really know exactly what's going to happen, because we don't have any confirmation about Season 3. We've no idea if this is going to be the end of the line for The Bad Batch. I really hope it does get a third season, because this show has been really good. I think it's only gotten better. Like, Season 2, it has had some moments, like a couple of episodes where it's been like, yeah, it was fun, but it was, you know, it was just a standard episode, you know, not much really happened. But for the most part, there's been some really good storytelling here. And I've really liked seeing the growing kind of dissidence within the clones as the Empire moves towards, you know, the stormtroopers, as it were. There's been a heavy Indiana Jones influence in this season as well, which I think has been a bit fun. And, you know, again, just kind of seeing the development of our characters as they've gone, you know, through the season, you know, questioning whether they should, you know, just retire to a tropical island, you know, and enjoy life, or whether they should continue the fight, you know. And then obviously Crosshair has been on his own journey as well, where, you know, he's been so loyal to the Empire through his own volition. We know that he got rid of his chip. He's not doing this because he's being ordered or controlled to do so. He genuinely believes that following orders is what he should do. And he's done everything right in his own mind, and he's still been betrayed by the Empire. He's seen his, you know, his clone brothers be discarded and treated like second-class citizens. So, you know, his journey has been an interesting one as well. And he's obviously stuck now in Mount Tantus, and I think we're going to get a rescue. And I really don't know if everyone's going to survive. You know, Echo showed up again in the last episode after being away for a little while, which is, you know, nice. But I do fear for Echo. There's been a lot of promos for him this week on the sort of Star Wars Twitter. And, you know, whenever they start to hype up a character, it's time to get nervous, because, you know, these clones are not around in the time of the original trilogy. We know that they age quicker than, you know, normal people. You know, Rex is an old man by the time the original trilogy comes around. So it could well be that, you know, these characters are eligible for the chopping block, which, you know, you never want to think about, but is potential for not everyone to make it through this season. But again, our focus is still on Omega. That's what really this is all about. The Empire still wants her for the cloning, you know, research facility. So there is a risk to them going to get Crosshair, because it takes Omega into the very place that she doesn't need to be. But we're going to jump in. We're going to see the episode now. So let's have a look and see what happens in the first part of this finale.
There's even less on Dr. Hemlock. He's very thorough. He is a ghost.
Suspicious.
According to a contact of mine, Hemlock Tarkin's compound on Iriadu.
Ooh.
We do a covert infiltration.
We're getting another Tarkin appearance.
Hemlock's ship and track him to his base. We have not always agreed with Crosshair, but he is still our brother.
Yep. He is still a member of the Bad Batch.
If there's a chance to get him back, we have to take it.
Definitely. What? Let's get started.
Let's get physical. I wanna get physical.
Well, I expect.
Don't spill the beans.
Bye, Fee.
I honestly thought she was just gonna blurt out, "We're going to rescue Crosshair." Oh yes. Oh yes, these two.
You were just going to leave without saying goodbye.
That is correct.
Just kiss already, god damn.
See you around, brown eyes.
Fee, you're gonna have to take the lead here, because, you know, through no fault of his own, he's gonna struggle to pick up on your signals. See, right now he's thinking, yes, I do have brown eyes. Very astute.
This way.
It seems like every episode those helmets are getting closer and closer to looking like Stormtrooper helmets. I wonder if that guy on the right with the bald... Hold on, that's Krennic? That's Krennic! The old transmitting the Imperial codes to slip by the Star Destroyers.
Vessel 1143, you are clear for approach.
They really need to update their codes more often. Remember to lock the door this time.
What kind of approach are we making?
We'll sneak past the sensor and hitch a ride under one of the cars.
You mean hang over that?
Well, it's the only way
Wrecker's
to
worst nightmare.
unnoticed. We must be precise. I can handle it.
You are a big buffoon. Good shot, everyone.
Halfway there. This isn't so bad.
Yeah, don't look down. Yeah. Oh boy.
Never mind.
Oh man, they're lucky that those stormtroopers weren't looking the other way. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Here we go. Yep, not wasting any time. We're just firing our blasters.
We must establish a comprehensive strategy for galactic unification.
It's Krennic!
To deter dissent and rampant self-interest.
And with more clone troopers being decommissioned, I have found a new purpose for them.
Decommission, that word.
Subjects to aid in my
Yeah.
research.
Yeah.
That's a solution that solves a number of problems.
Under Jedi leadership, they adopted a concerning level of individuality.
And what happens if they become aware?
There's only one person who hasn't spoken so far.
Take up arms against us.
Him.
Commander Krennic, enlighten us to the status
Yes.
of Project Stardust.
Oh, it's gonna cut out there. Of course it will. God damn. Just when we're about to get some Krennic.
Many of the surveillance systems have had cycled deactivations in various corridors. That is
They don't
highly
want
irregular,
Hemlock
considering
on
the number
camera.
of top-ranking Imperial officers present.
What the hell? Gee, you came out of nowhere, buddy. Is she gonna have to climb up into the gear? Nope, she got away. I envisioned her having to like climb into the landing gear and then he comes out, they take off, and Omega is stuck on the ship. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Mouse droid. There you go. Oh man, they'd make really good roller skates. Can you imagine?
Send a squad and secure the rail line.
Yeah, who's done that is the question.
Didn't expect to find you two here.
Yep, Saw Gerrera.
I told you on Onderon you had a choice to make. Looks like you've chosen.
He's showing up in everything these days, you know?
We have to go now.
For the cause.
Security team's been alerted.
Oh dear. They're finally using the, is it E15s? The Stormtrooper blasters? Like, I think in previous episodes we've seen them with those clone blasters, but
Command center.
there's a few now using the fully upgraded weapons. Lockdown.
See, we are perfectly safe.
Yeah, yeah, throw them at him. Off they go. I mean, they got everything they needed, so... I hope they don't take the shuttle that has been tracked. Kaboom! God damn. Look at that look. He is pissed. Oh, this isn't ideal. Okay. Interesting. Definitely not what I was expecting from the first half of the finale. Certainly didn't go the way I expected it, you know, with regards to Saw showing up. And again, you know, Saw does not work with anyone. He'll do his own thing, because that's who Saw Gerrera is. But they're in a bit of a pickle, and I honestly... maybe they're not going to rescue Crosshair now, because we've only got one episode, and I can't see them getting to Tantis in that episode, given where they are now. I feel like the last episode of the finale is going to focus on them escaping, really. You know, maybe getting more information about where Crosshair's being held. Yeah, I can't see all that happening in just the one episode. Really cool to see, you know, Krennic in this episode. I wasn't really expecting him to talk. We got one line of dialogue, and I very much doubt that they got Ben Mendelsohn to do the line, but it did sound quite convincing. It's just cool to see everything kind of tied in together, you know, because he would have been fairly involved with Tarkin at this point. And, you know, all of the scientific espionage that's going on, you know, because he is one of the directors of a super secret project. So it makes sense that when you have other people in charge of super secret projects, that they also would, you know, be around him. Tarkin, once again, that man has such bad luck when it comes to his, you know, facilities getting infiltrated and blown up. You know, rebels destroyed his Star Destroyer. You know, obviously the Death Star got infiltrated by, you know, a fucking farm boy and a smuggler and a walking carpet and an old man. And now, you know, this facility, a group of rogue clone troopers and, you know, terrorists, you know, blown up his base. It's, again, it definitely feels more and more like every episode that passes, we're getting closer and closer to, visually, you know, the Empire that we know. The Stormtroopers every episode seem to have something change very slightly that makes them look more and more like the original trilogy Stormtroopers. In this episode, it was the guns. You know, beforehand, we'd seen a lot of the Stormtroopers handling the clone blasters, which shoot out the blue bolts. But in this episode, we've seen some of them switch over to the standardized Imperial blaster, which has a distinctive sound effect and shoots the red bolts. So again, it's those little visual hints that, you know, really kind of keep you, you know, in the timeline, you know. But I would be surprised if we didn't see anything of Crosshair in this last, you know, kind of 2 episodes. But I just can't see how... You know, he hasn't shown up... he hasn't shown up in the Mandalorian video I'd made earlier. So he just has to come in and make a big statement. Like, here I am in this video. And yeah, that's what it's like to live with a cat, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never owned a cat, they are wonderful creatures, but they are masters of chaos. And I mean, don't get me wrong, that's impressive, but it's completely thrown me off my trail of thought now. Yeah, I don't know where this last episode is really going to go and how they're going to tie everything off you know, for this season. Because again, this has been a fairly strong season, but, you know, end of season 1, very clear finale. They went back home to Camino. The Camino got destroyed, and it was kind of like it was a full stop on the clones. It was like a statement of, this is the end of an era for the clones. Camino is gone. We are now fully in the Empire. The Stormtroopers are now the Imperial troopers. And it was kind of like season 2 should focus on where the clones go from here. And it very much has done. You know, especially for the clones that aren't in, you know, Clone Force 99. It's dealt with a lot of issues where they have had to, you know, come to terms with, you know, being decommissioned, as the word is being used, which it could be another word for, you know, being tortured, being experimented on, being killed, you know. But, yeah, no, decent episode. I'm intrigued to see where this last one goes. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next one.